What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm DB. This is DBonTV. Sorry if I look really sleepy. Whatever, it's Saturday. Today we're doing something really different on my channel. When I started YouTube, I wanted it to be about me, but also be about other people too, and have other people on the channel and to do stuff. And so today I have two of my friends, Pernell, who you guys have not met before, and Vanessa, who's been on the channel a couple of times. And they're going to be debating. They're both very passionate about the streaming space and Spotify versus Apple. So they're going to have a little friendly debate. And it's probably going to be really entertaining. And I'm just going to moderate from behind the camera. And y'all can get, your life from watching them. Sorry I haven't been around in a few weeks. Life has been super crazy. I say that to y'all all the time. Y'all probably are like, oh, this guy's full of it. But there's stuff coming. I promise. I'm going to leave. And they'll come up and it'll be fun. Okay, see you in a second. Or you won't see me in a second. You'll see them in a second. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
And we're back. And we have our friends Pernell. Just wave. And we have...
I was given no prior instruction here.
And we have Vanessa. And Pernell, what streaming service will you be representing?
Spotify.
Okay, and Vanessa, who will you be representing?
Apple Music.
Why do I feel like I'm in a court of law?
Except for this. DB's court. So I guess we'll just start off by general, thoughts, your introduction, why you were writing for this specific streaming service. So almost like an opening statement kind of. And we'll let ladies go first. So
and as a lady, I'm going to go ahead and insist that the gentleman goes first.
I will not argue or take up your time with this. But so we live in a world where continually this opening statement.
Oh, we doing that? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were we doing here? What
we live in a world.
That's so funny. Okay.
We live in a world where, we have a variety of options to choose how we consume and listen to our music. And of course, there's always been, since I've been in college, there's been lots of different things that have happened in the music world. So we had the illegal sites of streaming, Napster, iMesh, I don't know. I can't think of all the other ones. LimeWire, exactly.
Frostwire, Fair Share.
Yep. So and you go down the list. And then, of course, the music industry was trying to get smart, and they figured out, oh, maybe we should start selling digital singles and digital albums. And so the world has evolved in that sense. I think for me, what happened is that I found something on Spotify that I couldn't find anywhere else. And I used to, not just for history lesson here, I used to be, everything Apple. I would buy my music through Apple. I would have my playlist and everything. But because of what changed with the ecosystem of Apple, I really didn't like it. What I do like is that I feel where we're going, it's now really going to be about you being able to have a user experience, not just being able to listen to music. And I feel that Spotify creates the best user experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great opening statement. Vanessa, your opening statement?
Wait. I feel like we live in a world where there are a lot of options of streaming services and how we consume our music. But there's only one true answer. I'm the type of person that I pay the most attention to cohesiveness. And Apple and all Apple products and all Apple apps are designed to work well with each other, which is why I'm such a huge advocate for Apple Music, because it's truly an Apple experience. And Apple really, better than any other company out there, knows how to create an enjoyable user experience for its consumers.
User friendliness. when you think about your apps and user friendliness, kind of what makes you think that your specific streaming service is more user friendly than the others? If you think it is more user friendly.
I would say Apple is more user friendly because Apple Music is just that. It does music. I know Spotify recently added podcasts and all that, and I think it's just too much for an app that's supposed to be about music. Because let's say I wanted to search, let's say I wanted to search something, and using that keyword, it searches literally everything in that library with that keyword. With Apple Music, I know if I'm searching for a song, I'm going to get a song that comes up, not a podcast that also has that particular name in a song. You know, I like to keep my things separate. I like to keep things organized, and I think Apple Music is more organized than Spotify.
Okay, Spotify, rebuttal.
That's funny. So I think here's the thing. Spotify does a great thing of providing you all of these opportunities to experience music, but they show you all the different types of artists. They show you all the podcasts, and it's all on one screen. Like, I get all once. I don't have to go searching like through different portals or different pages. Like, I can find all that there. So I think that's helpful for a user in their experience. I also think that Spotify does a great thing of curating playlists, and they really aggregate for the user what they're listening to and what they enjoy. I don't think Apple really, frankly, cares so much about that. They just care that you're on their service and in their ecosystem, and that their design looks nice and that you feel a certain way. But Spotify is more catering to like, okay, what is it that you actually like? What is sonically is like moving you? So they create playlists like Discover Weekly, and that every week you are getting a new fresh playlist of things that you can listen to, that you can be like, hey, I actually enjoy that. And there's so many different rabbit holes I can go down later to talk about. But I think the thing is, Apple, they are stuck and limited by their own design and by their own ecosystem, so they're not really able to expand outside of that for people that aren't Apple users. And also, I don't like the way that Apple just kind of, I feel like, pigeonholes things and puts them in a box, and it's like, okay, that's it. But Spotify allows a range of opportunities for you to really explore and really experience music.
What kind of extra perks or things do you like that the service provides?
Well, I'm very happy to say I love this question because Spotify just cuts the cake, and they just continue to just give me more. I mean, when I get an email that says, wow, you're a Spotify customer, how would you like Hulu for 99 cents for the next 3 months? And then after that, if you decide you want to keep it, only an extra $3 in your bill. No brainer. I'm sorry, that's the song in the summer, no brainer. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I get all this value now, not just music. I get movies and TV for $12.99 a month. I'm sorry, you tell me a better game in town, and I might listen. And that's just one of the benefits. Should I go on more?
If you want to.
Okay. Should I go on more? They link you. There's a link. There's an app called Songkick, and they link all the artists that you listen to. And this is something I've always had a beef with. I'm like, I don't want to go and Google, when is Fifth Harmony coming to town? When is Jay-Z coming down? When is Justin Timberlake coming down? When is whatever music that you listen to coming to town? I don't want to have to go look for that. It should already be integrated into the app that I'm listening to my music. So when I go and I look at the artist, whoever it is, and I see, oh, X person's gonna be in town, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Even better, click, it takes me to go purchase the tickets. I never had to leave the app to do that or to find that information. That to me is great. Also, I love if I'm following somebody, I get an alert when I open the app and an email that they have a new album, or that there's tickets available ahead of time, and they give me a special promo discount. Gosh, there's so many benefits. I can just go on and on all day. I'll list one more just for the sake of argument. I love the fact that Spotify, like I said, creates these playlists, but not only do they create the playlist, they allow it so that when you're looking at an artist's page, you see other artists that are similar to them, and you can quickly and easily go and see what their music sounds like. And I love that. I think that allows for music exploration, music discovery, and that's what people want. I lied. One more. So the other thing too, and I'm not sure if Apple can do this, I'll find out in a minute, but you can do shared playlists between your friends. So let's say you guys all want to hear the same music and like what each other's listening to, you can just all gather into and make a playlist, and it's like, oh wow, okay, you found that song, and you know who put it in there, and you're like, oh, that's a great song. And I love that. And I love that there's this connectivity. It could be someone on the other side of the world. I mean, it could be someone here in the States. But there's connectivity, and there's this socialness that's brought together by the music.
Wow. All right, Vanessa with the rebuttal.
That's cute. I think that's great that Spotify has all these things in one place and that you can access different things through Spotify. That's not the Apple brand. Apple's very straightforward, very user-friendly, and it doesn't like to overload you with things. And that's why I love Apple. Like, I personally don't care about what artist is in town or anything. Like, I'm not one to want to go see people live because I have it on my phone. That's just me. And as far as like the whole Discover playlist, Apple has something similar to that where they do it every week, and it's new music that they think you would like based on their whole Genius thing. And it actually works really well. I discover a lot of music that I love that I otherwise would have known through that playlist. And Spotify just sounds like a whole lot of bells and whistles. And I'm a very straightforward, cut and dry, like I want to open up an app to listen to music. I already have my whole music library in there. I have what I like. Go listen to it, and it's great. Apple doesn't overload me with emails because I don't like getting notifications. So, like, that's fine. I don't need to get 10,000 emails about new artists. Like, every now and again, if it's an artist that Apple knows I do love, they will say, hey, like, there's a new album. Here's what you can add to your library. Great. Don't email me again this week. Like, it's fine. So, I mean, like, yeah, you have a lot of bells and whistles, but I'm a simple girl.
Can I say something?
Sure.
To that? So just for clarification, I don't get a lot of emails from Spotify.
You just said you got...
No, I said I get emails, but I don't get a lot, like, in a week. It's not like I get, like, 10 emails. I get maybe once a week at most, if ever. Okay. I think... So it sounds like, if I'm hearing you, for you, like, the simplicity of the Apple brand and what the Apple brand brings to you and your music experience is what caters to you.
Right.
Okay. I think for someone outside of that's maybe not attached to the brand, if we're just speaking purely music listening experience, I think the most value that someone can get from that, the better. For someone if that's what they want. And then so if I'm hearing for you, it's more about you being in the brand and how the brand is working for you. Yeah? True? No?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand. So because I think it's for someone that really is catered to a music experience. I think that Spotify does a better job at offering those opportunities. But if, like you said, they want simplicity and they don't really care about going to concerts or, like, you know, getting promo deals or, I don't know, all these different things, and they just want a simplicity of, like, here's what I like, here it is, then yeah, I mean, I'd probably send them over to Apple too.
Looking at your individual kind of streaming services with kind of an honest point of view, what are the cons to it? Like, what are the, like, downsides?
Wow. Drinking coffee.
I mean, like, for me, it works perfectly for what I like and for what I need.
What's a con for Spotify?
I'll be honest, there are some cons, and there's some things that, I mean, I would love to see them improve and do better, because I can be honest about that. One of the things is I feel it's a little. There's no shade to you. I feel that it was a little clunky, you know, sometimes as far as the organization of certain things, and they can work on that. They can be better about that. I think one of the biggest things that is a little self-defeatist for Spotify is that they don't do a great job at marketing their best features. I feel like they get kind of hung up on trying to attract people like in a lifestyle way, and I feel that's like something Apple does, and they do it really well. But they shouldn't be trying to be Apple because they're not Apple. So I feel like Spotify needs to more center on the experience and then really promoting those certain benefits. Like kind of like if you had a car, you know, you don't tell people, well, I got 4 tires and I got a steering wheel. And no, you talk about, well, the car can do this many miles per hour. It can blah, 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 blah. And that entices people to see the value in it. And I feel that Spotify isn't really doing that for their users. What they're really doing is they're trying to attract people based on subscription or non-subscription. And so they're trying to build their user base, which I get. But I think you do that by really showing people the value that they will get for that subscription. So I think that's where, you know, that's a con, I think.
All right, for real.
I'm
Final
so sorry.
thoughts. Vanessa, final thoughts on Apple Music.
I love Apple Music. I think it's simple, straightforward. Spotify is great too. I have used it in the past. And, you know, it's great. But Apple Music is better. Oh, there is one thing I did want to say. I don't like the thing about the thing about Spotify, about the queues, where you can't, like, switch things around if it's in a queue. Or, like, if you can't go back.
You can. I can show you.
I can show you. You can't go back in the queue.
No.
If you have something on a queue and you play and you accidentally skip it, you can't go back.
Wait, what do you...
So, like, let's say you line things up.
I'll show you afterwards. So, like, if... Oh, my phone's recording. But like, it's saying like I'm listening to a playlist,
you have to put it back in there.
And then I think of a song, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm listening to Pretty Much. And I'm like, oh, I really want to listen to Would You Mind? But I already have like a playlist going. I look up Pretty Much, I add it to my queue, and the queue is separate than the playlist. So once it plays, it resumes playing the playlist. But if I wanted to listen to it again, I can't go back and listen to it. So if I build a queue and click next,
I know what you're talking
you can't go back
because you're playing from a playlist.
Because I'm playing from a queue.
Yeah, it's like if you have like a hot playlist and then you have a queue.
Yeah.
You're playing the song. You add one to the queue. Once this one ends, it goes back to the playlist.
Yeah.
And if you want to rewind to the last song, it won't take you to the last.
It takes you back to the last song in the playlist. And I'm not gonna lie, Apple does have a ways to go, but that's just Apple goes at its own pace. Like they know that everything, but
such an Apple user thing.
And Apple also has lemonade on it, so you know.
Wow.
I mean, Beyonce straight up said it's a Spotify.
Yeah, so did Taylor Swift, and she came back. So
nobody's checking for Taylor Swift.
I'm just saying. As an example.
Who's checking for Taylor?
Somebody is. I'm not.
So thank you guys for coming on DBonTV this week, subbing in.
Week, as if he does it weekly.
I do it weekly.
Shade.
Bye
guys.
So it's pretty much simplicity versus flexibility.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.